Well, hello and welcome to MaxSpeedTV. My name is KR Stolfus. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight as we bring you a new league here to MaxSpeedTV. These guys called the OP Racing Superspeedway Series. Tonight we're at Talladega, and I gotta tell you, these guys are tearing this track up right now. Some epic practice laps being laid down. We're seeing some heck of a great driving, and I'm very excited to bring tonight's broadcast to you. Speaking of tonight's broadcast, it is being brought to you by Walls Beard Co. and Beard Balm. Check out wallsbeardco.com if you are in need of some beard balm. Make it smell real nice and purty like. Well, actually, I don't really like how they smell all nice. Get that food in there and all that, and gotta cover up that food smell sometimes. Check out the Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm. Colby's Eye Paints. If you are in the market for a paint, or if you would like a replica paint done, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook.com/Colby's Eye Paints. The Ohio IndyCar League, broadcasted right here on MaxSpeedTV. It's an IndyCar League based out of Ohio. How about that? But you don't have to be from Ohio to enjoy it, or even a race in it. Apply at facebook.com/Ohio IndyCar League. SimSpeedShop.com, doing button boxes and e-brakes. And also, if you have a custom button box design, check them out. That can hook you up. SimSpeedShop.com. And iBog.co, the official graphics supplier for MaxSpeedTV, helping make all of our broadcasts look amazing. If you are into Twitch streaming or want to get into broadcasting yourself, make sure the first place you stop is ibog.co for all of your graphic overlays. And the Hershey Design Company, your one-stop graphics shop. If you need a car paint, a logo, a team logo, business logo, or even some sort of logo design for a t-shirt, make sure you check out the Hershey Design Company. That's HERSHY. Thank you very much for joining us tonight here at Talladega. Hope everyone is strapped in tight, as these cars are going to be ripping around this track. Our current top 10 in practice times right now: Ben Peterson, Stephen Parks, Dwayne Cooper, Mark Vega, Jason Alexander, Bob Cunningham, Douglas Rice, Jacob Sayers, Kelly Milam, and Travis Elliott will make up your top 10. Don't forget, coming up later on MaxSpeedTV, we'll be qualifying here in about 47 seconds. But the OP Racing Super Speedway Series will be at Daytona Monday, July 2nd at 8 p.m. Central. And don't forget, tomorrow, Tuesday, June 26th at 8 p.m. Central, the RFC Hershey Design Series will be doing their all-star race. So make sure you guys tune in for that as well. That will be broadcasted, like I said, right here on MaxSpeedTV. Field in the final 12 seconds of practice, and we will get qualifying underway. I want to give a big shout out to everyone in YouTube chat. Thank you very much for helping me out there, Fuel Rock. I knew I was wrong as soon as I said it, so appreciate it. Alright, so qualifying starting to happen. As you can see, yellow flag is flown, and checkered flag, and all those other flags that are colors. Field onto the apron here, accelerating. Right now is the 46 machine of Kelly Milam. Joshua and Kelly Milam out here. We do have family out on the speedway right now. 46, and the 7. It is single car qualifying, so I will try and bring you all the cars, let you see what they're doing. Tristan Walker in the 17 machine running that high line. You're going to see almost all the cars running the high line for the first 2 laps, one being the warm-up lap, the second one being their first lap at speed. And you'll see them all run the high line, burn as much fuel off as possible, making the track as big as possible. Derrick Connolly in the 28 machine comes into tonight as the points leader, but I messed up my points graphics. No one can see him tonight, which go KR, yay. But Derrick Conley is our current points leader by virtue of winning 2 races so far this season. We are picking up this season right smack dab as they start race number 4. So 3 races have been completed with Derrick Conley picking up 2 of those 3 wins. Joshua Milam picking up the other win in this series. So quite a lot to cover here tonight. We will get as much information out to you as quickly as possible. Field starting to turn in some times right now. The 3 of Robert Payne on top of the charts. The 24 machine of Bobby Johnson sitting in second. Third place is Ronald McManus. He's in the 68 machine. New number to the top of the chart. That is the 44 of Lukas Cram. Shutting it down. He has completed his qualifying session, so he is going to wrap it up. '75 machine of Matthew Chastain, currently in 4th place. Darren Clement in the 88. Clement right now in 26, but coming around to complete his 2nd lap. Gonna jump up to 23rd. Dwayne Cooper in the 00 coming around to complete his 2nd lap as well. And Cooper gonna jump all the way up to 7th place in that 00. Bob Cunningham in the 06 on the bottom of the apron there, making the track as short as possible. Going from 30th all the way up to 2nd. Bob Cunningham with a 53.529, good enough for 2nd place, but Lukas Cram holding on to that top spot. Aspen Belvin in the 84 machine, getting that Mustang up to speed right now, running that high line. Right now, this is the only car out on the track that has not turned a lap time yet. We have 32 cars who have turned a lap time. Right now, the slowest car of the 32 is Rick Greenaway. Rick Greenaway. Can't remember if I've heard of this guy before, but right now he is 32nd. Aspen with a 31st quick time here on his opening lap. '84 machine looking very smooth, very steady. Adding some length to the racetrack coming out of the corner there. But Aspen is going to go from 31st to 14th. That '84 machine good enough for 14th place here tonight at Talladega. All right, so no cars out on track right now. Rick Greenaway is sitting at the end of pit road. He has turned his qualifying lap time so far. Glen Bundren also on pit road in the 37 car. So we will see if these guys roll out. But I believe they will be stationary here for a moment. So while we have the time, as we like to do here on MaxSpeedTV, we're going to step away and play our national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, welcome back as we switch over from qualifying into the race session. Thank you once again. I cannot say it enough. Appreciate everyone being here tonight. Field has started to take to the grid. Lukas, Cram, and the 44 gonna be starting on it. You know what? Let's go ahead and go through our Walls Beard Co. starting lineup. Row number 1 in the 44 machine, Lukas, Cram, and Bob Cunningham. Row 2 will be Ernie Williams and Kelly Milam. Row 3, Douglas Rice, Jonathan Joseph. Row 4 is the 75 machine of Matthew Chastain and the 28 of Derrick Connolly. Row 5 will be Dwayne Cooper and Stephen Parks. Row 6 will be Jordan Wright and Alex Kinsler. Row 7 will be Joshua Milam and Aspen Belvin. Row 8 will be Tristan Walker and the 22 of Steve Santana. Row 9, Kyle Beck and Ben Peterson. Row 10, Scott Bellum and Jason Alexander. Row 11 will be Greg Adams and Stephen Herman. So we have one already going to the back, 2 going to the back. Row 12, Jacob Sayers and Travis Elliott. Row 13 will be Robert Payne and Alex Green. Row 14, Darren Clement and Bobby Johnson. Row 15, Ronald McManus and Cody Ober. Row 16, Jake Clarkson and the 32nd place of Rick Greenaway. Mark Vega, Joshua Durham, not taking a time. Also Lynn McNeese, Steve Thomas, Brandon Beckrow, and Glen Bundren. Richard Fletcher, all those guys not taking times out here tonight. Lukas Cram on pole for this race here tonight in the 44 machine, following very closely behind that Ford Mustang pace car, but that thing is going to be peeling off here in just a second. We're going to get this OP Racing Superspeedway MaxSpeedTV 250 underway. Lukas Cram not wasting any time. Rest of the field starting to get bunched up. Here we go. The suspense is building. Oh man, it's going to be exciting. The first race underway with the green flag flying. Lukas Cram leading this field, followed by the 06 of Bob Cunningham on his outside, the 35 machine of, I believe that is going to be Douglas Rice in the 35, down very tightly behind that 44 machine. 06 Bob Cunningham getting left high and dry all by himself. Now he's got some help on the outside, but he is going to dive down to that inside line as this field is still building speed. The 44 and the 75 working down on the bottom. Lukas Cram and Matt Chastain. First 2 cars on that inside line. The 35 and the 46 of Doug Rice and Kelly Milam working that high line. These are the first 2 cars there. First lap is in the books, and it was led by Lukas Cram in that 44. He's got a long way to go, a lot of work to do to pull off the win here, as it looks like that outside line really starting to bob and weave. Never a good sign to see that already. But the 35, ooh, we got one up in the wall as the 35 slides down in front of Cram. Doug Rice looking to lead this lap. Here comes the field to complete lap number 2. Doug Rice being credited with leading that last lap. "38 cars started tonight's event." You see Mark Vega showing up on your ticker. Vega is an in-race admin. He is not in the race. As a driver, he is only an admin. So keep that in mind when you see his name across the ticker. Alex Kinsler in the 350 machine started 12th, currently 10th. Bright green and pink. Hard to miss that car. He is in that outside lane right now. These guys are looking like they want to log some laps, running side by side now. One that is making some good moves though, that is the one machine of Stephen Parks. Parks started 10th, currently in 4th. Is Dwayne Cooper in the 00 gonna fall back here? Is Dwayne Cooper way off pace in that 00? Not sure if he is trying to make it around, what his plan is here, but that 00 very slow down the backstretch. Meanwhile, up front, Lukas Cram gonna try and lead that lap, and he does in the 44 machine. Doug Rice has led 3 laps. Lukas Cram has now led 2, and now that 44 dropping down to that inside line. Excuse me while I had a coughing fit. Check in on Glen Bundren. Glen started 38, currently 29th in that 37 machine. He is the first car here in this second group. You see the leaders on up ahead of him. Glen riding with a good safe distance between him and the front pack in case that front pack does have a situation. These guys back here will be able to react. Hopefully everyone can check up without running over each other, and they'll be able to make their way through. But now we have a new leader, and that is going to be the 46 Kelly Milam. Milam leading that lap. His front pack starting to pull away. Looks like some separation is happening with some of the cars in the back of this pack. Parks wanting to lead another lap. So far he has been credited with 1 lap led. Healthy push by the 35 of Doug Rice. But that outside lane just going to prove to be too tough. The 46 and Milam's going to lead that lap as well. 28 machine of Derrick Conley, our 2-time race winner so far this season. Second car on that outside row. We've got cars 3 wide now. Lots of room here at Talladega for that, but a lap car coming into play here is really going to shake things up. Looks like everyone's going to try and get back 2 wide. It's Dwayne Cooper going a lap down, 4 wide. Very close fit there as Dwayne Cooper trying to find a safe spot to run. Everyone manages to get through okay. Lukas Cram in the 44 going to take it 3 wide. But with no help for Cram, not sure if he's going to be able to clear Cooper. Cooper is going to dive down to the inside, and the yellow flag has come out. We're going to go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to figure out what has happened. I know Ben Peterson is on the pit road pushing his car behind the wall. So don't know what has happened to him. So we have gone back. Quite a bit here. Maybe a bit too much. That 18 machine getting into the wall, crazy. I believe that is what is going to be our caution. Not sure what all that was about, but man, we're under yellow here for the first time at Talladega. Looks like we're going to have lots of drivers coming down pit road, and maybe not, just kidding. No one is pitting this time. We do have a few takers. Doug Rice going to be the first one on pit road. Jonathan Joseph in the 69. So a little bit of different strategies playing out here. So it looks like we have had at least 17 cars stay out. So almost half the field. Most of these guys taking fuel and 2 tires. Let's see if we can't get a word in with the 8 machine of Cody. Mr. Cody, are you there?
I am. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Tell us about your race so far.
You know, just trying to keep it clean. Just trying to pace it. I think I'm going to try to get up here and get some stage points before the stage ends on lap 20, but we'll see how it goes.
You mentioned stage. We haven't got a lot to talk about. How is your strategy going to play? How do you plan a strategy with these stages here tonight?
Honestly, usually I'm around Alex, and he kind of just tells us what we should do because he has the sim racing apps. So he kind of does the strategy, and I just follow along for the most part.
All right. Well, right now you're currently in 11th place. What do you think your chances are for winning here tonight?
Well, I'm hoping pretty good. If I can just stay out of trouble, keep my car clean, and try to get up there and run up front where I like to be, I'll hopefully bring home the win.
All right, man. Well, any sponsors, people you'd like to thank while you got a microphone?
I'd like to thank Alex for helping me and Rob, or really he's the main reason this league is what it is right now. Me and Rob are the co-owners of it, so I mean, but he kind of does all the grunt work, so he's done a great job, so I want to shout him out. Just you for broadcasting, thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome. That is Cody. How do you say your last name, Cody?
Ober.
Ober. Not sure I said that correctly at all tonight, but you know what? It's always a good time.
Not a lot of people do. It's all good, man.
All right, man. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us. We'll let you get back to it, and good luck for the rest of the race.
All right, thank you.
That is Cody Ober in the 8 machine, taking a moment out of his day as we idle around under our very first caution for Ben Peterson. Peterson apparently had some issues and went for a wild ride coming out of turn number 2. So with this caution flag, we didn't get to talk about it beforehand, but our race analysis, doing 94 laps on this 2.66 mile track, will be 250 miles total distance. Fuel window is about 18 laps, but with a stage coming up on lap 20, nobody made their pit stops at the front. Did have a few gambles with Douglas Rice in the 35. Came down for 4 tires. But when this thing goes back green, they are going to have about 5 or 6 laps of racing before the end of the first stage. Pit road speed limit is 55 miles an hour. It is a beautiful day at 78 degrees. Track temp 104, but this track, such an easy track and enjoyable to drive. Could be probably 120 and you wouldn't even notice. Your race leader is that 46 machine. He has chosen the high side for this restart. Field working their way back to green flag racing as the lights have gone out on the pace car. You see our race progress there. The 151 has gained 20 spots, and that is Rick Greenaway, who's currently 11th place. The 43 machine, though, he's gained 23 spots. So a big mover right there. And Richard Fletcher. Pace car getting ready to pull off here. Kelly Milam, Stephen Clarkson on the front row. Field waiting oh so patiently. Pace car is pulled down pit road. Waiting and waiting. Back of the field starting to form up now as well. Green flag flying. The 46 and the 1. Away they go. Taking them just a moment to get up to speed here. Three wide down the backstretch. Alex Kinsler on the outside line in the 350. Stephen Parks in the 1. It all gets sorted out, and your leader is still Kelly Milam. Back down the front stretch they go. The 28 machine of Derrick Connolly. First car inside line. He's looking to lead his first laps of the night. Has to get a few more spots before he can do so. The 7 machine of Joshua Milam and the 46 of Kelly Milam. Family working together here, staying on that higher line. Big push by the 7 down this long Alabama backstretch. Stephen Parks making a move to the outside. Gonna make a 3 wide with Kinsler in the middle. Kinsler pushing up a little bit. Looks like the 3 got into the wall there of Robert Payne. Payne losing a lot of ground there. Very close racing right now. Everyone jockeying for position. Looks like the 44 of Lukas Cram stuck in the sucker hole. Trying to make something happen. Very, very tight with the 15 coming across his nose. Contact made.
The yellow flag is out.
Lukas Cram, big time damage. The 84 machine also getting some of it. Alex Green in that 15. Trying to shut the door on Lukas Cram. We go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Very, very close racing by everyone out there right now. Lukas Cram gets into the 84 machine. Bounces up into the 15. The 15 nowhere to go. We go on board with Belvin. Darren Clement in the 88, also getting a small piece of this action. So lots of cars coming down pit road. A lot of cars getting some damage repaired. Doug Rice gonna stay out and inherit the lead as everyone else is on pit road. 71 machine is Stephen Herman. And the 06 of Bob Cunningham. Those are gonna be your first two cars off pit road. All right, had to get some clarification here. But I believe Kelly Milam is going to be your stage 1 winner. In that 46 machine. So congratulations to that 46. Kelly Milam picking up stage 1 win here at Talladega. Doug Rice out front. So we're going to step away for just a moment, guys. We will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Walls Beard Co., Colby's Eye Paints, the Ohio IndyCar League, SimSpeedShop.com, iBog, and the Hershey Design Company. Once again, thank you oh so much for joining me out here tonight. Want to give a special thank you to those of you in YouTube chat, chatting it up with me. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for letting me know what's going on behind the scenes. We have drivers checking in from time to time. We also have fans watching, so I want to thank each and every one of you guys in YouTube chat. If you'd like to say hello to your mom, now's the time. Hi, Mom. Pace car getting ready to pull off. Field going back, a green flag racing for stage number 2. Another 20 lap stage. This stage will end at the completion of lap 40.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is flying. Doug Rice in the 35 machine getting a great jump. But the 28 of Derrick Connolly on the outside now with some help from the 7 of Joshua Milam. Down into turn number 1, through turn number 2 as they look down this long back straight. These guys gaining speed right now. Cram in the 44, slicing to the high line. Derrick Connolly in the 28 machine. Looking to lead his first laps of the race here tonight. Who's it gonna be at the stripe? Looks like the 28's gonna get it done by just a nose and a half. So Connolly leading his first laps 4 wide once again with Lukas Cram stuck in the middle still. The 3 machine of Robert Payne on the outside here with no help. Now he's gonna tuck down inside. We're back to 2 wide racing. Some very, very close racing. We go on aboard with Robert Payne. Robert Payne running that high line, tucked in right behind the 44 of Lukas Cram. Get a sense of the banking with our gyro cam. You see just how much that car tilts. In comparison to everyone standing on a perfectly flat surface. Thank you, Robert Payne, for taking us a lap around Talladega. Field really starting to wiggle right through here in this middle section. These guys start wiggling like that. It's how bumpers get tagged, cars get turned. Connolly has been out front for 2 laps now. Kelly Milam has led for 9 laps. So far has led the most laps out here tonight. Doug Rice been out front for 8 laps. Do a little bit of housekeeping. Bob Cunningham in the 06. He is still on pit road. One of our front row starters on pit road. He has currently scored 38th place, getting extensive repairs to that machine. Ben Peterson, who got in trouble early, apparently his monitor shut off, went blank, and he lagged out big time. Peterson in that 18 machine scored 37th place, 2 laps down. Darren Clement in the 88 got caught up in that accident not too long ago. Spent 4 minutes on pit road. He is back out there. He is the last car 1 lap down and 36th place. And then Dwayne Cooper in the 00, the first car 1 lap down in the 35th place. So those guys got some work cut out for them. But getting back on the lead lap will not be impossible. One of these guys, if they can keep up with this pack, and we don't put any more cars a lap down, one of these guys will get a lap back. As I said, when the caution flies for the end of this stage at the completion of lap 40. We're almost halfway there already, as we are now on lap 28 of 94. Conley holding tough to that front position, making that outside line work, sticking with the 7 of Josh Milam. But new car on the bottom, that is the 5 machine. That 5 could come around and lead a lap, and that is Jason Alexander. Alexander to the front, but he's got to make it all the way around before he is credited with a lap led. That 35 machine of Doug Rice, giving him some help to do it. Inside line, 6 cars strong, then a little bit of a gap. Sorry, 5 cars. Hey, look, my shoes are on. What do you want from me? To the stripe, who's it going to be? Looks like Connolly just a little bit out in front of Alexander in that 5. Connolly in the 28, the 5 of Jason Alexander on the inside. Looks like we got some cars who are trying to make it 3 wide as well. That is the 8 of Cody Ober. And the 3, and the 5's getting turned. 5 goes back up into the track. Jason Alexander, big time trouble here. Big one has happened. It has collected quite a few cars. Our pole sitter Lukas Cram involved as well. His 2nd incident of the night. More cars piling in. There's the 37. The 69, heavy smoke out of him. They may not be done crashing, as that car is crab legging very, very bad. That 5 machine heavily damaged. So we go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Look at that, Rudy's in here. All right, Jason Alexander in the 5. Coming down the backstretch. See him get turned a little bit, collects quite a few cars. I don't think anyone behind Jason Alexander made it through that. And then here comes the second group of cars with nowhere to go still. The 37 of Glen Bundren really slamming into 2 cars there. He collected Alex Kinsler right there. Go on aboard with Kinsler. It happens very quickly. Big pile up here at Talladega. We'll go back live. Several cars have been on and off pit road. '68 machine of Ron McManus. Out front is a Derrick Connolly still in that 28 machine. So while we have a moment, we're going to step away once again. We will be right back here on MaxSpeedTV. Welcome back to Max Speed TV as we are working our third caution of the night. All three cautions have been for accidents. We had a stage finish under caution, stage 1 finished under caution, going to Kelly Milam, picking up stage 1 win. Stage 2 will be at the completion of lap 40. We've had 14 lead changes. We got 61 laps to go. We are at Talladega. We are under caution. Hopefully you found a way to the adult soda cart. I did. Gonna be some great racing here to the end of stage number 1. Gonna take about 5 laps here to do it. Several cars did not make a pit stop. That includes our top 6. Robert Payne, Rick Greenaway. Those are the first 2 cars that have made pit stops. We'll see how well they can get through this field, maybe pull off a stage win. We'll have to see how it goes. Field's all formed up. Pace car getting ready to peel off. There goes the Ford Mustang, customary to make a pit stop every 2 laps. Can't seem to stay running, so it has to pull down pit road. Meanwhile, we got 2 Ford Mustangs on the front row. The 7 of Joshua Milam, the 28 Derrick Conley. Green flag is flying. Doug Rice giving a good push to the 7 there. These guys trying to build up some speed. Coming at you into turn number 1 they go. Down the Talladega back straight. Into turn number 3, Joshua Milam in the 7. Currently out front. Derrick Conley in the 28. Slide in right behind him. The 3 machine of Robert Payne on fresher tires, along with Rick Greenaway. These guys sliced their way through the field here on this restart. They are looking to make some moves and win this second stage. They have put themselves in position to get it done. Remember that stage 2 will end at the completion of lap 40. So the battle is on for that. Right now it looks like Robert Payne going to be able to pull out in front. We go on board with Scott Bellum. Back to the front goes Milam and Connolly. High side making some momentum gains, but that inside line coming right back now that they're on the front stretch. Rick Greenaway in the 151. Robert Payne in that 3. That looks like you're going to make it 3 wide as the 17 and the 51, Travis Elliott and Trisham Walker. Three wide, the 51 machine of Travis Elliott. He wants to lead this thing. He's got some help from the 17. Can he make it work? Looks like they're going to lose some ground here through 3 and 4. Robert Payne out front right now. Will Payne lead this lap? He will. But here comes the 7 right back around. And don't forget about that 51 running the high side. These guys are really starting to scramble here. You can tell this end of the stage is coming up. Man, oh man, they're going to try it once again. Travis Elliott in that 51, trying that high side with the 17 of Tristan Walker pushing him for all he's worth. They're going to get alongside here, but they lose a lot of ground through this tri-oval. Final lap underway.
The yellow flag is out.
A caution is going to fly as lap 40 is going to see Robert Payne be your stage 2 winner. That 3 machine managed to make it work. A pit strategy played off. So congratulations to Robert Payne on winning a stage 2. We'll set the field and we will go back ripping again here at Talladega for the final stage. But Robert Payne, your stage 2 winner. Because we're going to step away. We'll be right back.
The car behind me is my Chili Bowl midget, the one that I won the Chili Bowl with. And what's interesting about that is it's actually the car that iRacing scanned that's going to be available to all the iRacing members out there.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Pit stops are underway here at Talladega. Lots of cars scrambling here. It looks like the 151 of Rick Greenaway very possibly going to be the first one off pit road. And he will be winning that race off pit road. Here come the rest of the field. Kelly Milam in the 46 machine, our stage 1 winner. Been on pit road for an extended amount of time here. Getting some damage fixed. Lukas Cram has not pitted in that 44 machine. Dwayne Cooper in the 00. Also has not made a pit stop. Trying to get the wave around. That would put Cooper back on the lead lap. So right now your race leader is the 44 of Lukas Cram. Started on the pole. He's back into first place. Has had quite a few incidences here tonight. But soldiering through and holding on to first spot for right now, and he is going to make a late break for pit road. So the 44 down pit road. That will put Rick Greenaway out front. See the 16 machine of Kyle Beck. Kyle Beck's car, not necessarily looking the prettiest, but he's been on and off pit road, getting that thing as fixed as he can, not giving up. Really appreciate Kyle Beck hanging tough out there. I like that no quit attitude from my drivers. 151 machine of Rick Greenaway though, that is your race leader now. Rick Greenaway, KR up in the broadcast booth. You got your ears on?
What's going on, buddy?
Man, oh man, Rick, tell us first of all about your race and how you and the 3 of Robert Payne worked strategy to pull off that stage win.
Well, race has been good. Running cars fast, been up front most of the race. We've been hooked up most of the race today, and so I basically just said, I'm right behind you. I'm going to push you to that stage win, and he got the stage win, and I was right behind him, being able to get the second. So it was good stage points for me and the number 3.
When you guys came down pit road, was it a gamble, or were you like really 100% sure that getting those fresh tires was the only way to win?
It really wasn't a matter of just needing the fresh tires. I wanted to have a solid fuel load in my car, just to have the weight to be able to help the handle on it. That was really my thought process with it. I mean, having this track, you don't really burn up the tires as much, so getting tires is not really a big deal. I just wanted to have the heavier car so it sat low, and I got a better drag with it. The aerodynamics getting a better push for the 3 car.
Well, it worked out. Maybe not necessarily for you in the stage win, but did a great job pushing Robert Payne to that stage win. And now here you are, the race leader. Going forward from here, what are you going to do? Just hold your foot to the floor and wait till the checkered flag flies?
I got to put my foot to the floor, close my eyes, turn left, pray to God.
There you go. I like your strategy. While you're up here, any sponsors, people you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank simspeedshop.com. Also like to thank AJ Rogers and the Hub Used iRacing, sim racing gear. And KR, I would love to thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rick, I appreciate that, and good luck to you. You've chosen the outside line, so we'll see how that works for you.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
As Rick Greenaway in the 151 machine, your race leader, finishing second in the stage to the 3 of Robert Payne. And for whatever reason, I was unable to see Robert in TeamSpeak. That's kind of why I went with second place, but I see him now because I am not a smart man. So that is why we did not talk to Robert, because this broadcaster right here knows exactly what he's doing. Field coming around now to get the green flag for the finals stage of tonight's race, all the way till the end. 94 laps, 250 miles the scheduled distance. Going to be a wild finish coming up. Final sprint underway, and by sprint we mean about 50 laps of racing, so nobody go anywhere. It's going to be some great action all throughout. Rick Greenaway, Robert Payne making up your front row.
Green flag,
green flag is out, and here we go. Once again at Talladega, Rick Greenaway getting a great jump. The 07 of Scott Bellum gonna get left on the high side there with the 350 of Alex Kinsler. The 28 of Derrick Connolly. That was gonna make up the 3 cars on the outside line. Rick Greenaway, Robert Payne on the inside. Down this Talladega backstretch. Scott Bellum with a nose out front right now, but here comes Rick Greenaway charging back on the inside. Jonathan Joseph in the 69 machine caught up in an incident earlier tonight. Able to get that thing repaired. Here he is, 3rd car on the inside lane. Right now scored in 7th place. And we're riding on board with Joseph. Looking at the 3 of Robert Payne. Upskirt shot. How about that? Field working their way through 3 and 4, back onto the front stretch now. Looks like they're going to try and go 3 wide. It's the 07 of Scott Bellum getting shuffled out. Bellum sliding back down in. Right in front of Cody Ober. Kinsler in the 350 gonna make contact with the 15.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag flying. That is not the first time that Alex Green has made contact with a car. Not saying that is Alex Green's fault. Unfortunately, that is the second time Alex Green has been on the losing end of a 3 wide situation. That car heavily damaged. We are under yellow here once again at Talladega. So we go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Alex Green in the 15 machine. The 350 of Alex Kinsler. Contact made. Watch it once again here. Robert Payne getting a piece of it. Cody Ober, Scott Bellum getting a piece of it. That 15 machine heavily wadded up. Once again, a lot of cars down on pit road. Most of these guys got some damage in that accident. But Rick Greenaway has stayed out along with 11 others. The 88 of Darren Clement back on the lead lap after being scored 2 laps down at one point in this race. That 88 machine not giving up. Here he is, currently in 11th place. Alright guys, while we're circling around under yellow, we're going to step away and we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. My name is KR Stolfus. If you haven't done so, make sure you give this broadcast a thumbs up. Also subscribe to MaxSpeedTV. Just 2 button clicks. I know it's kind of a pain. Very, very carpal tunnel pain. Spend too much time here on the computer, you can get that carpal tunnel. It's a thing, apparently. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for joining me tonight. I do appreciate, as always, all of the thumbs up. Lets these drivers know that they're doing a great job. Lets all of our sponsors know that you appreciate that they support MaxSpeedTV. And last but not least, it lets me know I do a halfway decent job at broadcasting, so I thank you all for the thumbs up. Like I said, make sure you do subscribe to MaxSpeedTV. Already over 5,000 subscribers. This past weekend we just had our 5,000 subscriber race. It was a great event. Unfortunately, I was not able to participate in the track racing, as I was going to my own dirt track, local dirt track, to do some racing of my own. Here we go, Rick Greenaway in the 151, Derrick Connolly in the 28. These guys getting ready to go back. Green flag racing.
Green flag, green flag.
And there we go, the green flag is flying. Greenaway getting away from Connolly here. Field all sorts of starting to scatter out behind these guys. Greenaway on the inside with some help from the 69 of Jonathan Joseph. They are almost up to speed here. Down into turn number 3. The 28 of Derrick Connolly with some help from the 7 of Joshua Milam. On the outside is the 88, Darren Clement. With some help from the 8 of Cody Ober. Cody getting a fast repair in as that car was wadded up there. That thing's looking nice and pretty now. We're on lap 53 and 94. We are 3 wide down the backstretch. That high line really starting to try and work and make something happen. That 88 machine of Darren Clement to, oh!
The yellow flag is out.
The 28 of Derrick Connolly getting turned. Here comes the rest of the field with nowhere to go. The 15 machine of Alex Green involved once again. We're going to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Derrick Conley in front with the 7 of Joshua Milam. Down the backstretch they go. Things go awry into turn number 3. A lot of cars piling in there. We go on the board with Kinsler in the 350. As Kinsler loses connection there. one more time. See the 7 making contact. Hard contact with the wall. But that puts the 88 machine, a Darren Clement, to the front, who is working that outside lane. Trying to get my bearings in order here, see who and what is going on. Field getting caught up here. Several drivers have made pit stops. Kelly Milam also back on pit road. Matt Chastain in the 75. Stephen Parks in the 1 machine. He's been on pit road for quite a while. All these guys getting heavy damage repaired. So why the field circles under caution, we're going to step away and we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Talladega Speedway, as the laps are winding down here for tonight's MaxSpeedTV 250 with the OP Racing Superspeedway Series. Lights have gone out on the pace car. Your Walls Beard Co. grid for this restart. Darren, Clement, Greg Adams out front. And row 2 will be Dwayne Cooper, who has gotten all the way back on the lead lap. And now he's sitting in row number 2. And Robert Payne on 4th place on the outside. Greg Adams in that 12 machine. Looks like he's got some damage. Could be an interesting turn of events here. Darren Clement out front in the 88 machine. He's already accelerating. Green flag flying. Here we go once again at Talladega. These guys getting up the speed here. Clement getting a large gap here. Not necessarily something you want to see in a draft track, but there's the 91 machine of Ernie Williams. That's the first time I've gotten to talk about Ernie Williams here tonight. Ernie Williams pushing the 00 Dwayne Cooper to the front. And now Dwayne Cooper on the inside. Ernie Williams in that 91 on the outside. And Williams gonna lead his first lap of tonight's event. Staying to the high side with the 12 machine of Greg Adams. Robert Payne in the 3. Alex Kinsler right behind that 3 machine. Inside line, outside line, very well developed here at Talladega. Derrick Connolly, who we saw get turned, unfortunately, by the 7 of Joshua Milam, able to get a quick repair, get back out there, and he is already back into the fight for the lead as he is the 5th car on that outside line. And there's the 84 machine, Aspen Belvin. We saw Aspen go for a ride earlier tonight.
The yellow flag is out.
And the yellow flag is flying once again. So we got cars in trouble. Lean McNeese, and Ron McManus. Go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. See what happened here. '68 machine getting turned, getting hit repeatedly. Lukas Cram involved. Yellow flag flying once again on the speedway. Dwayne Cooper out front. So a good recovery by him. So he had an earlier situation with what I can only imagine mechanical troubles. Pulled down very slowly in the infield. down below the yellow line on the backstretch. Ended up losing at least 3 laps. Now has recovered, has got most of those laps back. In fact, he has gone from laps down to being the race leader. Now here comes the field down pit road. Guys getting their work done. Robert Payne gonna stay out, along with the 28 of Derrick Connolly. These guys are your new leaders right now. They have not made their pit stops. And there goes the 18 machine of Ben Peterson. Peterson now has scored as 1 lap down. He has recovered multiple laps back. So again, another one of those no-quit attitudes really starting to play out. That has become a race of attrition, as right now we have 29 cars out on track. But we have several on pit road as well. So once everyone gets sorted, I can give you a rundown. Lukas Cram, our pole sitter, on pit road for getting caught up in this most recent yellow. Doug Rice, early race leader, was out front for 9 laps. He's also getting some damage repaired. Right now your race leader is Robert Payne. Right behind him is the 28 of Derrick Conley. The 7 of Joshua Milam, and then the 91 of Ernie Williams being scored in 4th place, but with some cars in between. That is the 07 of Scott Bellum. He's currently scored as 2 laps down. Cody Ober in the 8 machine scored 1 lap down. Ober dropping down, letting these cars by and allowing them to line up in their correct order. Jake Clarkson started 31st, currently in 12th place. Has made some great moves. Seen him involved in an incident or two here tonight, but it's been very hard to avoid that, as multiple times now the leaders have been the ones that have started spinning, and then it just jammed up the rest of the pack. So the 2 machine of Clarkson has managed to make some good moves. But Robert Payne in that 3 machine gaining 24 spots. The 43 of Richard Fletcher has gained 33 positions here tonight. The 37 machine of Glen Bundren who we saw get involved in an incident earlier, has gained 28 spots. So a lot of cars making some big time moves. Field now being given the command to go and line up as the lights have gone out on the pace car. Robert Payne, your race leader, picking the outside line. Derrick Connolly down to the inside. Long Talladega backstretch. Field awaiting very patiently to get back to green flag racing. We're on lap 64 of 94. So 30 laps left in tonight's event. Field working out of turn number 4 now. Derrick Conley already plotting a way to win his 3rd race in 4 events here tonight. Robert Payne, though, in that 3 machine says, not so fast. I want to get a win. Josh Milam, however,
green flag,
also picking up a win on the season. Green flag flying. Here we go. The 28 and the 7. Only 2 drivers to pick up a win so far this season, working together on that inside line. Robert Payne in the 3 with some damage. He's going to drop down behind these 2. Looks like we're going to see these guys form up single file. Here comes Dwayne Cooper on the inside. Oh, Robert Payne trying to cut him off, and does. Dwayne Cooper allows him to slide right in front of him. Great run down the backstretch for Robert Payne. The 3 machine out front with the 00 giving him a good push, and the 84 supporting both of them. These are the first 3 cars on the inside line, but here comes the 28 of Derrick Conley on the outside with some help from Joshua Milam in that 7 machine. The outside lane is proven to be a very fast time and time again. Ernie Williams in the 91, the 3rd car in that outside line. Then the 2 and the 88 working together by themselves right now, maybe thinking about starting a 3rd line. They are running right along the wall. As you see the 2 machine of Jake Clarkson scrape the wall a little bit going into the corner. Those guys trying to build up momentum, build up speed. It looks like it's starting to work. But it is going to be very tight if they try and force this 3 wide, but Talladega has room to do it. And there they go. They've gotten by Ernie Williams now. Going to lose a little bit of ground here in the corner. but once they hit that straightaway, they're going to fire down this backstretch. Now we got a 3-lane battle for the race lead. Robert Payne in the 3, the 28 of Derrick Conley, and the 88 machine of Darren Clement. Holding my breath as they go through the corner. Ernie Williams in the 91. He's now going to try that 3rd line. The 28 and the 7 all by themselves in the middle group. Who's it going to be here? It looks like Darren Clement is going to be credited with leading that lap. That 3rd line really starting to work, along with some great help by the 2 of Jake Clarkson. Here comes the middle lane of Derrick Connolly and the 7 of Joshua Milam. Robert Payne and Dwayne Cooper still hanging tough on the bottom. Alex Kinsler in the 350 machine starting to close up on the 7, with the 12 right behind him of Greg Adams Jr. and then the 24 machine of Bobby Johnson. Johnson started 28th, is currently 11th. Now it looks like we're going to have a very intense 3-wide battle for this lead group. Hold your breath for as long as you can, because, oh man, will it only be a matter of time before we see things go bad here. These guys might be able to pull it off, though. Down through turns 4, onto the front stretch. Still 3 wide. Who's it going to be at the line? Not quite sure. So they will complete lap 69 of 94 this time by. Derrick Conley leading that lap. Conley has been out front for 14 laps tonight. Currently holds on to the top spot in the most laps led category. Milam with 9, Rice with 9, and Payne also leading 9 laps. So it is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th most laps led, as those guys are all tied in that position. Said I'd bring you some updates, and I will. We currently have 29 cars still out there running. We started 38 cars in tonight's event. 30th place, Matthew Chastain in the 75 machine. 31st right now is Rick Greenaway in the 151. Those guys are all behind the wall and have gone home, along with Jonathan Joseph. He will be scored 32nd. 33rd will be Steve Santana. Alex Green is 34th. Josh Durham, 35th. Brandon Beckrow, 36th. Kyle Beck, 37th. And 38th place is Bob Cunningham. All those guys packed up, headed home. Not having the race they wanted tonight. Alex Kinsler in the 350 machine, all by himself right in the middle. Looking for some help, but may not get it as he's starting to lose some ground here.
The yellow flag is out.
And the yellow flag is flying. Stephen Parks and Jason Alexander spinning to the infield. Not sure what has happened to these guys. We'll check out our MaxSpeedTV replay. As these big grandstands get in the way of the camera on the helicopter. Jason Alexander trying to squeeze into a hole that just wasn't quite there. He's going to turn both cars around. Heavy damage on the 1 machine and the 5. Ooh, his contact is being made once again. A little bit of miscommunication about who was going to go where. Not only during that crash, but also after. Once again, we'll watch this down into turn number 1. Jason Alexander in the 5 comes down just a little bit, enough to hook the bumper of the 1 of Stephen Parks. Unfortunately, both cars getting turned in that situation. Now we will see who's going to come down pit road. Derrick Conley, your race leader, followed by the 7 of Joshua Milam. Darren Clement in the 88 also hitting pit road. Quite a few cars coming down pit road, quite a few staying out. You see the 18 machine is going to stay out along with the 44 of Lukas Cram. 18 of Ben Peterson. Race off pit road being won by Derrick Conley. Looks like he took 2 tires along with everyone else all throughout. The first one on 4 tires will be the 2 machine of Jake Clarkson. He will be the first car out on 4 brand new tires. All right, so caution flag waving. That means another commercial break, but thankfully that also means a break for me. I know they're not our favorite, but guys, go play a commercial break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Talladega Speedway, as we are under caution here once again tonight. This is our 8th caution flag. Been circling around for 24 laps under yellow. We have 20 laps to go. We've had a stellar and extremely exciting 30 lead changes out here tonight. Derrick Conley has led the most laps with 18 laps so far being led. He by far and by no means has locked up that title for the race tonight. So we still have 20 laps to go. This race is not yet decided, so nobody go anywhere. We are on board with the 7 machine of Joshua Milam. Field's starting to form up now. You see that the 28 machine of Derrick Conley has chosen the high side. Robert Payne in the 3, second car on the inside line. Lights are out on the pace car. We have 23 cars scored right now on the lead lap. I'm not 100% sure that Cody Ober is on that lead lap, as he is got kind of a weird timing going on right now. Ben Peterson in the 18 machine, currently in 22nd place. He has battled back all day long. Very, very difficult race for him tonight. Has not given up at all. Still has chugged along out there. Field onto the front stretch. Pace car peeling off. Here we go, folks. Grab those belts. Pull them tight one more time. Already got an accordion effect. The 17 machine Attrition Walker
Green flag,
having to dive down to the inside there. And the yellow flag is coming out just as fast. Caution flag waving before the field can even start accelerating. We go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. See if we can figure out what happened here that triggered the yellow. And there it goes. You see a car shooting to the infield. That is the 33 machine of Steve Thomas. Unfortunate side effect of this accordion effect that happened. So we're back under yellow just as quick as we were going back green. Pace car coming around to pick up the field. Anyone gonna come down pit road? Looks like we will have one car from a lead position. That is the 91 of Ernie Williams, quite possibly making the final stop of the night. So far, he has been the only one to come down pit road. Jordan Wright also on pit road. Lukas Cram. And Steve Thomas getting that damage repaired. So while these guys circle around under yellow, let's see if we can't get a word in. Derrick Conley, KR up in the broadcast booth. You got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing out there tonight leading this thing right now?
To be honest with you, it's a little nerve-wracking with everything going on around me.
Now, it looks like you and the 7 of Joshua Milam have been working very well all night tonight. You come into tonight's event having won 2 races of the 3 completed. What do you think your chances are for winning the 4th race here tonight?
To be honest with you, it's still a crapshoot. We got 17 laps to go. Anything can happen. As you see earlier, you know, just a little bit of friendly bumping got me into an accident going into turn 3. So I couldn't answer that question until I come out of turn 4 on the last lap.
Well, man, it's been a great race so far tonight. How would you say, as a driver, these yellows, especially this one that we just went back to back, how does that mentally affect a driver?
Normal cautions, it's going to really irritate you, frustrate you. This caution, actually, I'm kind of grateful for because that plays into my pit strategy a little bit sooner than I thought it would, but it helps out. But yeah, it just, you know, we got to clean up our restarts. I don't understand what's going on in the back. 65 mile an hour is not hard to hold.
Well, there you go. Derrick Conley, currently your race leader, has won 2 of the 3 races so far this season, looking to pick up his 3rd in race number 4. Mr. Conley, any sponsors, people you'd like to thank?
Well, we're me, Josh Milam, and Kelly Milam are all self-sponsored, Fuel Sim Racing. So just, I guess, thank us.
Well, there you go. Do you guys have like a Facebook page that people can come and follow and keep track of?
Not right now. I guess I do need to start working on one, but we don't right now, but I will get one made and posted.
Well, there you go, folks. More information to come on that. So thank you, Mr. Conley, for taking the time to talk to us, and good luck to you out there tonight.
Thank you much. Hope to talk to you at the end of the race.
For sure. That is the 28 machine, Derrick Conley. So a back-to-back caution as the restart went all sorts of crazy. Another caution means another commercial break. Guys, I will be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Max Speed TV. Thank you very much for joining me out here tonight. We have 14 laps to go here at Talladega Superspeedway in the OP Racing Speedway Series as they present the Max Speed TV 250. 94 laps, the distance. 14 laps to go. This has been an exciting race all throughout tonight. Race winner is yet to be decided. We currently have 24 cars on the lead lap. Ernie Williams in the 91 machine is in a 24th place right now.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is waving. Here we go. Derrick, Conley, Joshua Milam, your front runners on this restart. 13 laps to go. Robert Payne in the 3, tucked in right behind the 7 of Milam. Dwayne Cooper in the 00, pushing for all he is worth on the 28 of Connolly. The 37 diving down to the inside. It was not too long ago before we saw Glen Bundren in big time trouble, but here he is back in front, trying to make some moves to get into victory lane. Alex Kinsler in that 350 machine, third car in the outside line. Couldn't quite decide where to go, settles with the high side. The front pack starting to separate from the rest of the field here. This front pack has at least 14 cars in it. Currently being led by Conley in that red and black 28 machine. Riding right down the middle of the track with some help from that blue and black 00 Dwayne Cooper. Joshua Milam in the 7. First car on the inside line. That 7 machine of Joshua Milam. Robert Payne in that 3 machine, second car inside line, running a buddy check 22 on the back bumper. Now Dwayne Cooper out front, diving down to the inside line. Derrick Conley still holding tough on the outside, but now with help from the 350 of Alex Kinsler and the 24 machine, looking to make it 3 wide of Bobby Johnson, but he is going to tuck back down and in. Keeping this 2 wide, we have 2 distinct lines. 2 by 2, 7 rows deep. Looks like we're going 3 wide in the back of this pack with the 18 of Ben Peterson. And Lukas Cram in the 44. Looks like these guys are going to try and make it 3 wide with Ernie Williams in the 91 giving some support, and they have got some momentum going. Now we have 3 lanes, but the 8 machine of Cody Ober, he is a lap down. He is going to throw a wrench in this. They have got to be very, very careful coming through 3 and 4s. Ober's not up to speed. He has tried to stay to the high side. It looks like a big time loser is going to be the 17 machine and the 51, Travis Elliott in the 51, and the 17 of Tristram Walker. Those guys getting caught out in Cody Ober, staying to the high side. Unfortunately, they were trying to make it 3 wide. Ober was trying to stay to the high side and stay out of the way. Everyone got through it though. No harm, no foul. Oh, it's the 18 Peterson's getting turned. Car spinning to the infield. Down the backstretch. Lynn McNeese in trouble as well. That 18 machine going for a wild, wild ride of Peterson. Heavy, heavy damage on that. So we go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Here comes the field out of turn number 2. Down the backstretch for the replay. Peterson getting spun, going airborne. Collecting several other cars. Lukas Cram involved. The 68 coming in late, trying to stay down to the bottom and out of it, with just nowhere to go. We go on board with Kinsler. Not sure why we went on board with Kinsler. That's not who I selected. Ronald McManus. See if we can see what happened to the 18 real clear here. Going 3 wide, the 24 machine hooks his outside corner, and around he goes. So unfortunate for him. So another caution flag waving here at Talladega Speedway with 7 laps to go. We've had 10 cautions on the night for 32 out of the 94 laps, 31 lead changes. Most laps led will go to Derrick Conley tonight. Right now he has 27 laps led. Kelly Milam with 9 laps led, along with Doug Rice and Robert Payne, all leading 9 laps. Those guys second, third, and fourth in the lap led column. We do have 27 cars out on the track. Doug Rice is on pit road for extensive repairs. Might be able to get back out there along with the 24 of Bobby Johnson. Not quite sure. We did start 38 cars here tonight. Have 2 cars receiving very extensive attention by their pit crews, and that is the 24 machine of Bobby Johnson and the 35 of Doug Rice. Kelly Milam in the 46. coming back down pit road. Milam scored in 27th spot right now. Getting serviced by his crew. So right now, Joshua Milam, your race leader. In that 7 machine, Dwayne Cooper in the 00 in second. We will get the green flag racing. We will go green flag racing, I should say. Hopefully we'll be able to finish under green flag conditions, but should the yellow come out before we get to the white flag or checkered flag, that will do it for this event. But right now this caution will go back to green flag racing. We will have very short shootout to the checkered flags. Nobody go anywhere. Hang tough with me as we are wrapping this race up. We now have 6 laps to go. They'll cross the line with 5 laps to go this time by. Dwayne Cooper looks like he's trying to give some help to a fellow Ford Mustang. That Ford Mustang unable to keep it going, but unfortunately I think the pace car has led the most laps out here tonight, as we have had 33 caution laps here tonight. We are working 10 cautions in total, 5 laps to go, 31 lead changes. Derrick Conley has been out front for 27 laps. Lights are out on that pace car though. Quick reminder, tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm, Colby's Eye Paints. Find them on Facebook.com/Colby's Eye Paints. The Ohio IndyCar League at Facebook.com/Ohio IndyCar League. SimSpeedShop.com. iBog.co. And the Hershey Design Company. All of the links to these broadcast sponsors can be found down below in the description of this video. While you're checking them out, make sure you give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not done so. Five laps to go now under yellow with the lights out on the pace car. Means once the green flag flies, we will have 4 laps to go, because I can do quick maths. Pace car getting ready to peel off. There it goes. Field is set. Everyone is ready to go racing. That 7 machine, Joshua Milam. On the inside line, the 00 Dwayne Cooper. Waiting for the green flag to fly, and there it is. Here we go, folks. Final 4-lap shootout underway here at Talladega. The field scrambling, But it looks like up front, the top three getting single file very quickly. Being led by the 7 Joshua Milam and that red and white fuel-backed machine. And now Dwayne Cooper in that blue 00 diving down to the inside, going to try and make it a 2-wide battle for the lead. Alex Kinsler in the 350 is going to take up the spot. It looks like Dwayne Cooper on the inside all by himself for right now. Here comes Robert Payne in the 3, sucking up to the back end of that 00 Dwayne Cooper. That outside line, though, of Joshua Milam, Derrick Conley, Alex Kinsler, they are running that high line. They have got to do all they can to control the space around them as 3 laps to go. There's the 2 of Jake Clarkson all by himself with the 37 of Glen Bundren, sucking up. Big bump by the 37 machine. The 2 and the 37 might just be able to pull off a win here tonight, as they have that bottom line and they have some momentum coming off at turn number 4. Onto the front stretch they go. 3-4 wide through the trioval. This is going to get tight. Hold on, folks. Alex Kinsler way up on the high side. Everyone made it through the trioval this time, but it looks like they're going to say, hey, you know what? We did it through the trioval. Let's try turns 1 and 2 4 wide. Robert Payne in the 3 machine. Oh, and the Jake being turned. Yellow flag flying. They're not done crashing yet. They're still crashing in the back. That is going to do it for the race. Jake Clarkson being turned. We can go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Unfortunately, the yellow is going to come out. This was shaping up to be a spectacular finish. Jake Clarkson in the 2. Looks like a little bit of a bump by the 37 right there. Hooks his bumper, collecting several cars. Derrick Conley in the 28 involved as well. Conley not going to pick up his 3rd win on the season here tonight. Looks like Dwayne Cooper going to be the race winner in this situation, as we will finish this under yellow. Not sure who's going to be scored as the race leader, as we're on the final lap with the caution flag waving. Dwayne Cooper and the 00 and that blue and green machine, the red 37, Glen Bundren. The field is coming around to take the checkered flag. Yellow and checkered flag waving at the same time. Pace car's gonna win it, but no, it will go to Glen Bundren in the 37. Dwayne Cooper in the 00. Joshua Milam in the 7. That will make up your top 3 finishers. So while we wait for the post-race show to happen, there's Jake giving a bumper nudge to the 37. Not sure that Jake is quite and entirely happy with the 37. but just a product of draft racing, unfortunately. Dwayne Cooper in the 00, pulling it down onto pit road. 37 machine though, getting a love tap by the 18. All right, folks, we're working on getting our post-race show up and running, so bear with me here for just a moment, and we'll be right back with our post-race show here on MaxSpeedTV. All right, we have caught up with our third place finisher. That is the 7 machine of Joshua Milam. How you doing out there? And congratulations on third place finish.
I'm doing pretty well. That's a pretty rough race there. On my own teammate early. Very surprised I managed to get back in the top, get a third place finish there.
Well, you managed to pull off third place, like you said. A rough race overall. You know, we had several cautions out here tonight. As a driver, how does this affect your mental abilities, your state of mind while you're out there? Does it put a lot of extra pressure on you to try and pass as many cars as quick as possible?
I think that may be a issue. I know them cautions are very tiring. It's making the races last a lot longer, so people's getting tired. They're wanting to get up there just before the cautions come out. They want to be up in the top of the splits here. But that's just where we all have to be patient, because we know there's going to be cautions. I think this race has had the most cautions since we've started a few weeks ago. I don't know what went on. But yeah, we're not for sure what's going on with everybody.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was fun racing and calling the shots while the green flag was flying, but unfortunately quite a few cautions out here tonight. However, you managed to hold on to a third place finish out here tonight. Derrick Conley, your competitor for the top spot in the points, crashing out in that final caution. How do you think the rest of the season is going to go as far as the battle between you and him for this points lead?
Well, we are teammates, so we're there for each other, help each other win. We got our 2 wins in this season already, so we are there for the chase. But if we're up front, we're going to try our hardest to get that victory. Whoever finishes 1 or 2, I don't think it matters to us as long as we just compete and have fun.
Oh, man. Well, congratulations on your 3rd place finish. Any final sponsors or people you would like to thank?
Oh, yeah, I definitely want to thank Derrick there for giving me after I turned him in turn 3 there early about lap 50. That's not the first time I've turned him. Probably won't be the last. I also want to thank my other teammate, Kelly Milam, which is actually my dad. Sadly, when I turned my teammate Derrick, it took him out of the race. So we're going to try to get him a win sometime this season. I want to thank Alex, Cody, and Rob for putting this league together. It was a lot of fun. We get angry at each other sometimes, but it's all in good fun. And thank you guys for broadcasting.
All right, that is Joshua Milam finishing 3rd. And thank you very much for joining us here in the post-race show. We know it's gotten pretty late for you guys, so we're going to have to move on now to our 2nd place finisher. That is Mr. Dwayne Cooper. In that 00, had a heck of a race, had to come from laps down. First of all, Dwayne, what happened to you in the early stages of this race?
Dude, I don't know. I was pushing and didn't get no warning. All of a sudden it blew, and I radioed everybody that I had a blown motor, and I was lucky I was able to get up out of the way being at the front of the pack when you let go like that.
So that's what happened to you. We saw you pull down on the backstretch down below the racing surface, but somehow you managed to get back into this thing. Not only did you recover from 3 laps down, but here you are finishing 2nd out here tonight.
Yeah, and I got to say, it was a lot of fun running with Josh and Derrick up there. You could tell they were teammates. They were working well together, and I knew I had to split them apart to have any kind of chance because they were just 2 cars against everybody else. They were the class of the field.
Well, Dwayne, you finished 2nd here at Talladega. First race broadcasted for the OP Superspeedway Series. Overall, how do you think this is a boost to your season? That was kind of a terrible question, but you know what I meant.
Yeah, well, I missed 1 race, so I'm kind of behind everybody on points. So this is the 3rd race that I've been here and 2 top 5, so that should help me move up a little bit, and maybe these guys will make a mistake, and I can keep running up front and picking up points. That's the only real way I have to be able to collect on them. I'm a race short, so.
Well, finishing 2nd.
Was that a good answer to that stupid question?
Finishing 2nd's about the best way you can do it and gaining points. So congratulations to you, man. Any sponsors, people you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I have to give it out to Alex and Cody and Rob. Rob was there helping at the end. We was working together. His car was kind of damaged. But, they put on a good show. And everybody out there, this was Talladega. This was 3 wide where you can do it and 4 wide sometimes. This is not a normal race. It's not like this each week. I'm glad the cautions actually came tonight because it helped me pick up them 3 laps, but this is not the way they normally race here. So come back next week, KR, to announce a good show, and you'll see how everybody really races.
Yep, we'll be here next week. So that is Dwayne Cooper finishing 2nd. Thank you very much for hanging out and taking the time to talk with us here in the post-race show. You know what, guys? That is about it for us here at MaxSpeedTV. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I, however, have to hustle through the final results. First place will go to Glen Bundren. 2nd, Dwayne Cooper. Joshua Milam 3rd. 4th, Aspen Belvin. 5th place, Jacob Sayers. 6th place going to Greg Adams. 7th, Tristan Walker. Travis Elliott in 8th. 9th, Alex Kinsler. 10th, Jake Clarkson. 11th place will be Richard Fletcher. Ernie Williams 12th. 13th, Derrick Conley. 14th will be Ronald McManus. 15th place going to Lukas Cram. 16th place going to Scott Bellum. Stephen Herman 17th. 18th, Jordan Wright. Steve Thomas will be 19th. And 20th will be Ben Peterson. 21st will be Lee McNeeson. 22nd will be Darren Clement. Cody Ober will be 23rd. 24th place, Robert Payne. And 25th will be Doug Rice. 26th place will be Bobby Johnson. Kelly Milam, 27th. Jason Alexander, 28th. 29th will be Stephen Parks. Matthew Chastain will round out the 30th spot. 31st, Rick Greenaway. 32nd will go to Jonathan Joseph. Steve Santana, 33rd. 34th, Alex Green. 35th, Josh Durham. 36th is going to Brandon Beckrow. 37th, Kyle Beck. 38th will be Bob Cunningham. And a special thank you to Mark Vega, who was out here all night long, never turned a lap, but he was the admin for the race. So thank you very much to Mark Vega. So guys, that is going to do it for me here tonight on Max Speed TV. Don't forget, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Central, that is Tuesday, June 26th, the RFC Hershey Design Series All-Star Race taking place. That's going to be a spectacular show. And then Monday, July 2nd, the OP Racing Superspeedway Series will be at Daytona. Guys, that is going to do it for me. Have a good night, and I will catch you all later.